How old are you?
I get that a lot. I promise I'm not 10. I'm actually 20.
20. Okay, yeah, because you're
Yeah.
your voice is very
No, no.
kiddish.
I get that a lot. Trust me. I'm also
Okay,
short,
okay, good.
so yeah.
Uh huh. How short are you?
I'm 5 foot.
Just 5 foot?
Yeah. 5'3".
Okay, all right. You need to start drinking a little bit more milk then. I'm just
Yeah.
kidding. All right,
I should have
no,
paid
no
more
worries, no.
attention.
No, you're good. What do you lack in height? You make up for other things. I'm pretty sure.
Yes.
All right.
I'd like to think of
So
it.
yep. So here's how I normally do my sessions. This is our first session. What we're gonna do is we'll play a first to three. It's for me to evaluate, your game. I mean, I played you many times already in our normal sessions, but in this private session, do the normal first to three, and then afterwards we'll jump back out of the lobby. We'll talk about things that I've observed, things that we can work on, and the next battles coming forward. And then if you want to, I recommend taking notes, like have a pen and paper handy or notebook. That way, as I talk, you can write down things. If you want me to repeat things, I'll be happy to repeat those. That way, you'll have accurate notes. A lot of things I'll end up giving you is going to be some tips on how to make your Brian a little bit more effective, at least from what I see, and then maybe later on just some drills, some exercises that you can work on later on after the session, and then that way you'll be able to practice it on your own time. I recommend a good half an hour at least to get some of the stuff down that you practiced today, and then as you work and do some more things, maybe you start having some questions. Definitely feel free to reach out to me on Twitter. Hey, I have this question about this thing. What was it that you mentioned, or I don't know exactly what this thing was you're talking about. Can you explain further? I'll be happy to explain further.
Sweet. That would be awesome. Thank you.
Cool. All right. All right. We'll get the show on the road. We'll go ahead and get our first to three.
All right, let's
Let's
do it.
see. Got me a little scared yesterday though. I'm like this guy. Well, not yesterday, but when we played in the beginner session, your beginner session. I mean, you were pretty good. I'm like, wow, this guy really improved. This guy's improving too fast. I don't know what to do. I might have
Just gotta let
to. No, no, you're improving a lot. You're improving a lot faster than the people I played in the past. So I think you're doing great. I know you've been grinding, just being able to do more things. Before when you first started, you were very timid. You just didn't know what to do as a player. And then look at you. You're moving around. You're sidestepping. You're punishing stuff. You're doing good combos. That's all I can expect from a beginner. Anything more is a bonus.
appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
Uh,
Hopefully, I can continue grinding.
Oh, you will, man. I mean, you can only go up from here. That's all I can tell you. I mean, look, just to reference Peter, he was the same way. He was just playing as a beginner, just like you, from the start, and he got better and better and better. And many months later, he got to where he is today.
Round one.
All right, let's see what you got. Oh, good stuff there. Good. Yeah.
KO. Round two. Fight.
Oh, good stuff. Good stuff. Ooh, good order pass. Yeah, good stuff.
Round 3. Fight.
Oh, good. Alright. Come on. Ooh.
KO. Round 4. Fight. KO. Round 5. Fight.
Rematch.
Getting a little bit too
Gale, what's going on? Kick his ass? Who are you talking to? Me? Zilla, what's going on, man? No, Actias is gonna kick my ass in no time. This is what we do in these one-on-ones.
Get ready.
Transfer my knowledge to the young.
Do you know how fast startup plus 2 is?
His what? I'm sorry?
Do you know how fast Brian's 1 plus 2 is on startup?
1 plus 2? I want to say it's 15
Round
frames.
1. Fight.
Yeah, not that fast, but still 15 to 17. I can't remember the exact frames, but ooh, good mix there. Good block. Man, good patience. Good jab.
Round 2. Fight.
Oh, the snap.
That's weird.
Ooh, good counter.
KO. Round 3. Fight.
Punch that. Oh, nice. Great there. Ooh, good counter. Alright. Good punish.
I did good.
KO. Round 4. Fight.
Ooh, good counter.
Oh, that was very close.
Snake edge. Throw it out last one. Oh no, but the combo, I missed it. Oh, good down for 2.
Round 5. Fight.
Oh, that could have.
Ooh, good enough cross.
Round 6. Fight.
What's up? Ooh, that's one.
Oh no. Oh
Nice.
no. That was good.
I'm gonna watch out for the snake edges.
Yeah. I gotta practice my reaction. I think Peter did the video.
Yeah, I mean, once you mix it in, once you go practice mode and start mixing some moves and everything like that, you'll get it down. I mean, blocking that move is just the first of many, but if you can start blocking that more consistently, then, like I said, you're on your way up.
So,
Round 1. Fight.
What's that?
KO. Round 2. Fight.
Oh, Sako, thank you so much for the cheers, man. Oh, good catch.
I am here to give Ray bits so I can have more gay emotes.
That's good. Ooh, good counter. Good challenge. Good punish. Good punish.
Round 3.
Shared 3 others. Good stuff there, Sako. good counter.
KO. Round 4. Fight.
Good duck. Ooh, good counter.
KO. Round 5. Fight.
Ooh, dashing. Oops. Sorry, I've been a little cheap with that one. Alright, go back to the lobby here.
Alright, so
I'm gonna go over some things here. So one thing I noticed, you're a very defensive player. You know, you will kind of wait, and then you use your moves to keep out players that you don't want to advance, which is great, you know. Whereas for me, I'm a more aggressive Brian. You see me poking more, using down 4-2s, jab, trying to initiate pressure, and then whenever I go in, a lot of times I get counter hit by your stuff. You'll throw out the 3+4, you'll catch me on counter hit, and even though I try to dash in for a jab, other times you'll you'll sidestep my stuff when I get too aggressive, and then you'll punish me for it, which is great. You are pretty good against the Brian mirror match. You know, I've seen you punish some things that most people don't really punish, like the down forward 1 series. You caught me with the 1-4s. Also, you caught me with some punishes on the knees. Also, the punishes on. I'm trying to think what else is there. So there's something else that you punished rather well. You have good use of the hatchet kicks. You mix them up really well with the soccer kicks as well, and then also starting to use more low pokes, which is good. It helps open up the opponent. Some things you want to start working on. Start changing up the timing of your hatchet kicks, because if you get too predictable with it, people like myself, we can start blocking it more, and then they will be able to punish it. So what you do is after a knockdown, don't go for a hatchet kick right away. Just wait for them. Just remember, I told you about the last session. Observe how they're getting up. If they're gonna stay on the ground, then do a soccer kick or do down 4, because autopiloting the hatchet kick will end up being bad because it doesn't hit grounded, and you kind of waste a movement there, and then you can get recovery kicked and stuff like that. So just take a moment to see how they're getting up. If they're trying to roll back, then that's when you can start doing the hatchet kick, because it'll catch the rollback. If they're just staying on the ground, look at it, soccer kick or down 4. Another thing you want to start using more is the down 4-2. I mean, it's very good mid, but use it as when you're trying to go in, right? Use jabs, down 4-2, or jabs into magic 4. Those are pretty good to check your opponent on being able to see if they press buttons or not. Also, when you hit people with a hatchet kick, make sure you're using down 4-2 as a check, because hatchet kick is +5 on hit, and then if you do the down 4-2, down 4-2 is like 13 frames. You're effectively making the down 4-2 into an 8-frame move. So, good way to check if someone is trying to challenge you after the hatchet kick. Do a down 4-2. If they're going to be challenging you, then you can start doing the down 4-2 3-string, which on counter hit is guaranteed, and that really prevents them from wanting to press buttons afterwards. And in that case, you can start doing some more hatchet kick rotation, to do a hatchet kick into a hatchet kick, or hatchet kick into a low, like a fast low, or a hatchet kick into a throw. Really gets them to start thinking what you're doing next. But in my personal opinion, doing the hatchet kick into down forward 2 is a good start to see what type of person are they. Are they a button masher, or are they very patient? If they're patient, then you know that they're most likely to block after hatchet kick, in which case you can start throwing out throws. You can start throwing out like smaller lows to catch them for additional damage, or you can mix it up with some more pressure like back 1, right? And then that really makes them start thinking again. And the other thing you want to also start using more, machine gun punches. Just use it as a check. I know sometimes you use it, but just use one, right? Use one for now. Check and see what they're gonna do, because the single down forward 1 is safe on block. They can't punish it. It's only when you start using 2 or more is becoming -10, and then of course if they finish it with the 2, they can launch it. So I would sometimes just check with the down forward 1 just once, just to see what type of person you are or player, and then move on from there. Use the sidestep 1 is pretty good. Use it sparingly. I try to use it, but I never hit you with it. Your use of 3+4 is very good. I don't have too much more to comment on that. You're hitting me more than I'm hitting you with it, so that's good. Forward 3 is also a very good move. I suggest trying to use it, especially when you're dashing up on an opponent, because sometimes they might get too antsy, and you stand there and then you throw out a forward 3, instant counter hit, right? It all depends on the player, obviously, but sometimes you want to just try it out and see if they are prone to wanting to react to someone just standing and doing nothing. And then as soon as you throw out the 4-3, bam, they're counter hit. Some other underutilized moves, down back 2. It's kind of like his, one of his combo extenders, but down back 2 is kind of like, looks like it's kind of going underneath stuff, but it's a nice good poke. It's safe on block, and on hit it's +8 on hit, so it really gives you an opportunity to do some additional pressure, and then also like the normal low pokes, down 4, down 3, down back 3, even down back 4. Those really small minor pokes, very good for Brian, because it just eats away at the opponent's life, even though it doesn't take too much life. It really puts him in a position to want to start blocking low or low parry. And then, Brian's strength is in his mids, and that's when you want to start making them start blocking low more, including with the hatchet kick, so that way you can start opening up them for the mids.
Nice. Okay.
Good. All right, so we'll go ahead and try that out. Try a couple of things here. We'll play some games, and then see if you can incorporate some of that stuff I mentioned. D-Man's Frogs, how's it going, man?
Welcome to the King of Iron, Brian Fury.
Sako beating God of War 3. Congratulations, man.
Get ready for the next battle.
So one-on-one coaching, yes. Coaching a beginner player. His name is Actias, and working with him here, trying to improve his game. I normally do the sessions, a community session with people, but this is a one-on-one, so that way we can kind of focus on,
Round 1.
getting him better faster. Alright, good 2+4. Nice. Good. Good down for 2. There you go. See? Down back 2.
KO.
And the use of the down back 4 is very good. Roll frame low. Very fast.
Fight. KO. Round 3. Fight.
No combo. Ooh, good throw, good throw.
KO. Round 4. Fight.
Good step. Alright, good hard crush. Yo, Monster Boy, thank you so much for calling. Gold Taz, sorry, it's so loud. Good, of course, go back 2-4. Alright, pocket kick after that. Ooh, good catch. Exactly. I mean, sometimes people want to duck, you know, they think you can do another hatchet, fine. Gives me an opportunity to use a rage strat.
While we're taking this time.
Yeah.
Get ready for the next battle.
Axioma, invite me, I can help you with wins. Yeah, it is a one-on-one session. Is there input delay? Nope. Not that I'm aware of.
Our connection actually isn't too bad.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you're only down in the south, so it's pretty good.
Round 1. Fight.
So I'm trying to look if there's anything.
Oh, good catch. Alright. Okay. Oh, good low, yeah. Very low, low.
Wait, that was mine.
No, I knew it. Oh, you guys trying to chip me out low, I know it.
2. Fight.
Oh, retreat. Nice, very good, very good.
Oh, almost dropped the power.
Round 3. Fight.
Nice combo. Challenge. Ooh. Nice, good patience. Nice.
Round 4. Fight.
Alright, good delay, good delay.
Is that hit confirm?
The what?
Is this hit? Because I haven't been.
Oh, I'm sorry, this your, hang on one second, let me see if I
Is this hit
can,
confirmable? Because I haven't.
does that hit what?
Is this hit
Say what-
confirmable?
Yes, it is. Yeah, the machine gun is hit confirmable. So as soon as you hit the one, you can proceed with the other one. So like, I'll show you. Like you hold forward. Yeah, see. See?
Okay.
Like as soon as you see the one hit, you can continue with the other ones.
All right. Cool. I'm just gonna have to practice.
Yeah. Yeah, it takes some timing, but once you get the down, the hit confirm, it's super good. That's why I just do the one sometimes, and then delay the second one because you can't really interrupt it unless they delay too much. But if you hit them with the first one, let it rip.
All right. Sounds good. Thank you.
Yeah.
We can do it.
All right. Ooh, catch. Nice. Good stuff. Time's up.
Round 5. Fight.
That cool. I can give my
Test me out. All right. Okay, good. Oops. Oh no, I didn't do that.
That's a karma from earlier.
Yeah. Oh, too far away.
Round 6. Fight.
How minus is that? By chance.
This is safe. This is, of course, we'll go back to is safe. I don't know how minus it is, but it's safe.
Thank you.
Get off me. Oh, yeah, that's much better. Oh, good job. Well done, Actias. Alright.
I'm a little bit lucky there.
You lose.
Hey, you know, somebody use a lot of jabs. Don't be afraid to duck. You know, catch people while standing. Good stuff.
That sounds good. Shoot, minus none? Okay. Thank you, Peter.
Get ready for the next battle.
Okay, I gotta read back. I gotta emphasize this again. I really do appreciate this.
Oh, you're welcome. It's great. You know, I
Round
mean,
1.
I always love helping people out,
Fight.
especially the private sessions. So, compliments of Peter. Good, I know drops. All right.
Oh shoot. No.
Oh no.
Round 2. Fight.
Oh, good backdash. Counter. Alright, wow, okay, good. Oh, good combo.
That was a weird wall splash.
Round 3.
I know.
Fight.
Trying to carry me wall to wall there. Good orbital. Oh my god, the combos. I'll get him down to his face. Good patience, good patience. Good counter hit.
Round 4. Fight.
Oh, try backdash. Didn't block him.
I think revenge from
I know, there you go. Tag wrist. Oh no, man, the combos are coming in.
my kick missed.
Oh, I should press that. Alright. Alright, try block. Good stuff, Actias. Alright.
Round
I'm gonna
5.
turn it up a notch here.
Oh,
Fight.
that's not a good time. I'm starting to really like didn't mention
Ah. Good counter.
Didn't combo.
Good block.
No, my what's on the
Oh my gosh. I'm trying to cheese you with Snake Edge. I'm like, I have no choice. I'm gonna throw this guy out.
Man,
Alright.
you
I did. Alright, Actias. Alright, let's see what else I need to figure out. You're using my stuff really quickly. That's great. I gotta use that myself.
For the next battle.
You don't main Brian, so it's understandable.
I should be able to beat you with fundies, but like I said, your use of keep away with Brian is very good. You know, using 3+4. You know, I like to try to be more aggressive with Brian. Yeah, and that's what's costing me, right? And then you go in, you throw out moves that I don't expect, and I get hit by it. You know, and it's like, wow, it's good stuff.
Probably impressive.
Yep.
So that's kind of expected.
Yeah.
My frame knowledge is something I'm working on.
Yeah, it's always something to work on. Don't be too worried about it. Look at it. There you go. See, like 4-3, catching the counters now. That's a true grind player right there.
Oh. You happen to know what that last was the kick string?
Yeah.
Good job.
Round 2. Fight.
Oh, good step. Ooh, good counter. Combo. Oh no. There you go. At least you can see the throw. Good stuff. Hey, Amy Soy Sauce. How's it going? Counter hit left and right. Oh, my combos. Kill me. Doing a long combo, bro. Delayed.
It's also situations like that where I'm in the corner.
Fight.
Yeah, you freeze up and like, oh my god, what to do, right? Stay calm, stay composed. counter. Okay. Oh no. Oh, I do it. You stay away. You do it. I get hit.
5. Fight.
Good block.
Wall standing is another thing.
Wall standing punishes.
Yeah. That's medicine. Move me back this way, please. We both duck. We both duck.
Good up. Alright. Wow, too many jabs here.
KO.
That's a good move right there. Back 3, 1+2. That's a safe move. Block, so can catch people trying to press buttons in between.
I'm gonna write that down.
As far as I know, no one can really punish 3-3-4 reliably on all. Just step it, right? That's all.
Yeah.
Get ready
But
for the next battle.
it all depends, you know, because you're then like trying to get hit by 3-3-2. It's hard. You have to read it. Unless you have a parry character, you can punish that anytime. Doesn't matter. Quick to duck the second 3? Yeah. That's hard because you got 3-2, right? 3-2 is a mid-mid.
Yeah, you gotta think about both options, but also have fast reactions.
Yeah, yeah. Again, it's all about reads.
Round
It's all
1.
about reads.
Fight.
Good punish.
KO. Round 2. Fight.
Approaching is another thing. I like to keep away, but then when I approach, this is kind of my own option. Or just go back.
You know how good that move is?
Yeah.
Round
Same.
3. Fight.
I mean, other characters are nice because they have this.
Yep. Oh no. Oh man. I'm all over the place.
Yeah, you mentioned course effect.
Oh no.
What's the input for that again?
Forward 1+4. Oh my god, the combos, man. You're not. The combo gods are not kind to me today. A simple combo like that. Oh, there you go. Yep, I deserve that one.
It's revenge.
Oh. Nice. Good poke.
Thank you.
Okay over there?
Round 5. Fight.
Great catch. Alright. Way to whip punish.
Oh dang, that makes pretty fun. Oh, that
As I throw it out, I got life to spare. He blocks it, punishes it.
Shit. Alright. I'm gonna focus on. I'm gonna block it this time.
Alright. I won't throw it out then.
How could you do this to me, man?
Ready for the next battle.
Call the mix up, man. You gotta react to it. That's all. Just gotta react to it. You never know when I'm gonna throw it out.
Gotta make sure it's not predictable.
Yep, exactly. I'm not gonna just mash on it. Well, yeah, man. I mean, your pokes are very good. Like I said, you're a defensive player, so I understand you're not going in. So what I did that one match, you know, after I was in the life lead, I stayed back a bit. You know, like you kept on throwing P+4s. I'm like, I'm not gonna press anything. See how you can handle being in a life deficit and trying to come back. That's difficult. You know?
Round 1.
Yeah, that's
That's
where I
right.
freeze up usually.
Fight.
Yeah.
I suppose that does.
Round 2. Fight.
Good cat, huh? Good dog, good dog. Like the concept.
KO. Round 3. Fight.
Or a good counter. Alright.
Jennifer.
Yeah, you can mod punch that.
Oh,
Fast though. Man. Alright, get down back, please. Here we go. Good high crush.
Round 4. Fight.
Nice size. Down. Down. Dang, Wall, why are you there?
Round
Get out of the way,
Betrayed.
Wall.
fight.
Supposed to work for me.
Exactly. Oh, yeah, that was
Outstanding 3 to punish that. There you go. Oh man.
I guess if I see that coming, I should just try to dust it.
Yep.
I have no health left. Let's do it.
What can you do? Alright.
Win.
I'll just stay back here.
As you mentioned before, you mentioned the life deficit in the bag. I kind of just rely on my opponents coming at me, and I still can take advantage of the fact that they still want to play something because they have the time advantage. But playing against somebody like all them, very difficult.
Yep. And that is the whole game plan.
Yeah.
Just being able to, once you get the life lead, then you play a different game. Now they have to come back at you. I mean, if life is similar, okay, you can still duke it out. But if you're in the the huge life lead, unless you just want to style on them and finish it quick, they literally have to come to you and figure out what to do. And Brian is not very scary if you don't press buttons. If you press buttons, he's very scary. If you don't press buttons, not scary at all.
Round 1. Fight.
Get punished.
Can you flip that string?
Yes, you can. I think the low is lower than the mid, so you can try to pretend to block the mid first and then duck a little bit afterwards. Oh no! Alright, so I do forward 4-1.
I got lucky.
Round 2.
Oh.
Fight.
Step. Can't step that up.
Round 3. Fight.
Alright, so come back to. Alright, good. challenge me. Ooh! Always that string that catches me. Good stuff. Alright, I'll die.
I try not to do the
Yeah, I mean, you caught me every single time. I try to do it to you. You're like, I blocked that. Don't worry about it. Try to use your strats against you, it doesn't work.
I guess I do them so often.
Try that strat.
KO. Round 5. Fight.
It is punishable. It's -10. You gotta be really fast.
Yo,
Like,
flash.
as soon as you block it. Ooh, nice catch.
Please, let me go for it. Well, okay, I'll give it to you. You at least went for the part.
Fight.
Oh, good orbital. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Shadow just went.
Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, we're back one. Okay. Wow. Oh no, that killed me. Good stuff.
Oh man, that was close.
Trying to pressure with the rage strike, but no pressure. It doesn't
Final
hit.
round. Fight.
Oh,
Oh, I got very lucky there.
that's it. Oh, nice. Nice, good mix up there. Well done, Actias.
You lose.
443, the frame data is wrong. On RB Norway, it's -12, not -13. You mean the regular 443?
Not the charge.
Yeah, the charge one is,
Get ready for
think
the
it's
next
0, isn't it?
battle.
That's a good question. Don't look it up though.
charge is plus. Okay. How plus is it? Can't be that bad. I mean, it's probably like, what, +1, +2? +7? I don't know what it is.
Let it be more than +3. I don't know. We hold out hope. Plus frames.
I just don't press any buttons afterwards. If it charges, it's like it looks like I shouldn't be pressing anything.
Yeah, that's kind of how I do it.
+9 is charge? Really? What the hell?
+9?
Really? Wow. Sure about that? I thought, I mean, like, it look. Yeah, I mean, I can see like a pushback. It's just like can't do anything anyways.
What if I put you in 3+4?
All right, there we go.
I guess so.
I didn't press anything. I just tried moving.
Oh, that could have been bad.
Oh, look at that.
Down jump, no. Down jump, no.
Round 2. Fight.
Man, man.
Round
Good stuff,
3.
Actias.
Fight. KO. Round 4.
Alright, we're gonna have to start up a bit. I mean, I can't get more. I
Block.
didn't.
Nope.
I'm dead. I'm dead. Alright.
Alright, good stuff, Actias. Alright.
Thank you. Hopefully, I'm trying to incorporate some of the stuff you told me. I wrote it down. Anything not incorporating at the moment, or
I would say try to play a little bit more aggressive. See what happens.
Aggressive,
I know you're very defensive, but you're gonna need to learn how to have different game style approaches to the game. Because then, like again, what happens if you are behind in health, right? How do you end up opening up an opponent? And what do you gotta do in order to get them to start falling for your stuff, to take damage? It's difficult for Brian, but you know, learning how to do some additional jab pokes, down 4-2s. If you hit with anything, make it an opportunity to start mixing them up. You know, do some mids after a jab. If you hit with a jab, do a low. You know, start doing, like, you know, whittling away the life is very important with Brian. As soon as you're not opening them up, and you know, try going for some counter hit traps like 4-3 after a jab. Same with like down 4-2. You know, go for some more counter hits. Do like that. That's a good counter trap. Oh. Good fun. Okay. Oh, good catch.
I don't know the control.
Alright, oh. Go slow.
KO. Round 2. Fight.
Alright, good. Good down 3-2. Alright, good step. Oh, missed it.
Better than when I could do the live. Hardly ever get the follow.
Oh, no. Good back round. Okay, good pressure. Good pressure. Alright.
Round 3. Fight.
There we go. That'd be exactly. As soon as you block it, jab.
Yeah, it's
Fast. It's a fast block.
Is that last hit that you just did that string of?
What string?
You just did it. Never mind. If it comes up again, I'll mention that.
Oh, I think that's that should be minus 10. Try it. There we go. Yep, that's minus 10. Yep.
Thank you.
Yep. Ooh, good counter.
Wait, the wall was there.
Oh, I held for too long. Nice, good combo.
KO.
Good catch.
Round 4. Fight.
Hey, Maverick, what's up?
Ooh.
You don't let me get away with it like something. I gotta.
Round 5. Fight.
Alright, good, good, good. Challenge.
KO. Round 6. Fight.
Oh, nice. Oh, good, good. Alright, there you go, good poke, alright. Oh, good.
I don't know if that's it for
Killed there.
either. Alright. I've learned my lesson after the
Oh, alright, good catch. Come on, punch. Alright. Oh no, I can't carry it. Oh, plus like, plus a billion after that. Look that counter.
Final round.
Man.
Fight.
you believe my yes.
Alright.
That's good.
Got robbed. Alright, stay there. First one. Snake edge. Snake edge again. Oh, stay on the ground.
I'm feeling fine. Okay, that makes sense. Situational. If I know it's gonna whiff punish them before, makes sense. But not
Yeah. So, Critical back 2-4 is kind of like, I believe in it. Confirmable. That's all. If you hit it, if you know, you mean, you just could either slightly commit to it, or you make an excuse up, right? Be like, oh yeah, that's inconfirmable, I got it right. Or it's like, oh, I messed up. I didn't do it.
brought all the Johns.
It's as Peter mentioned, it's to me, it's just like one of those, I believe it will hit, so I will commit to the rest of it.
Alright.
Round 1. Fight.
Like that. See? Okay, I knew he was gonna get hit by it, so I just did that.
Yo, they pokes.
Oh.
I did nothing. Alright.
Can I get you to block?
I'll
By the
block.
end of the session, you'll be able to block it.
Fight.
I like that though. Oh no, the combo stuff. Oh, get back. Oh, good counter. No, for too many down force ones.
Oh.
KO.
That's a move.
Yeah, running 3.
Fight.
Oh no, man. I think we.
Both versions are minus 10.
Yep, Fisherman Slam. Yes. Good. Good look. Alright, try to do another vote.
You know it's a primary when they both were below the same level.
I stuffed out the race track too.
Fight.
Or below.
Snake edge. Oh, okay. Oh, good punch. Oh, what? I was confused. No idea where to block.
Oh, that was weird. Okay.
KO. You win.
Power of the fortress. Alright, we'll play 2 more games, and then we will go over stuff.
Alright, sounds good. Thank you.
Rage drive next to wall is weird. Have to sidestep left,
Get
and
ready
then
for
mop
the
kick.
next battle.
Okay. I'm gonna have to practice that and try to do some time. I've never actually. Now that I think about it. Yeah, no, remember? You see what he's doing to me?
Tough love.
That's true.
Round 1. Fight.
Alright, Kakune, thank you so much for following. Counter hit. Damage. Okay. Alright, good down back. Ooh, good back one.
KO. Round 2. Fight.
Ooh. Good step.
KO.
Sidestep 2.
Round 3.
Yep.
Fight.
Oh, good. combo. Nice. Oh, that's a jab. Good.
KO.
Press 1 by accident. I'm sure I pressed 1 plus 2, but then I hit the 1.
Fight.
Yeah, that throw gets me up.
I don't know you can do it with the back. Delay, second hit.
Round 5. Fight.
Oh,
Oh, no low. Alright.
good punish.
No.
Your turn.
KO.
Challenge me.
You
Alright,
win.
sounds hard.
One more. And Matt Baker, thank you so much for the follow. Much appreciated.
Get ready for the next battle.
I do feel like I'm learning a lot from this, so I took a bunch
Good.
of notes.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, if you take notes and then see the differences between how I play and you play, you really pick up on that, and then you start incorporating stuff that I do, and then it really puts your game into into a much better position.
That's true.
Because there's some things that I normally use that you guys don't use, or how I use it's different.
I like how you use 1+2. Catch sidestep.
Round 1.
Brian's not very.
Fight.
Yeah, he is. I mean, like the mock kick is good, but high. Whoa, and then Peter making it rain. Making it rain. Hold it $1 at a time.
They grow up so fast, don't they? High.
Yep, just like you did. You're still growing. Okay. Ooh, 54. Nice. Stop. Oh no. There we go.
Round 2. Fight.
Oh, I just ran into the open. Why not?
I actually don't know what that is in the block. There's a lot of pressure.
Okay. Jabs out.
Oh, man. Punch me.
Now you like to throw jabs afterwards. You jab check all the time. Like, okay, it's picked up on that.
Fight.
Makes sense. Yeah. I think that's my first choice is jab checking. Maybe I should start using down
Yeah. Down for 2's elbow, so be prepared. Block. Oh my goodness, a good back one. I go for a cheat down forward with got destroyed snake edge.
I don't even know what
Nice. That's 0 on block. So pretty good move, you know, resets things. Oh, counter. Try to duck, I saw it.
Round 5.
I'm thinking he's definitely. I always jab. Thank you.
Yeah, watch out.
Yeah.
Alright, so now we got at least a little discussion point here. Good games, Actias. That was very good.
Good games.
Yeah, I mean, you won 3 games, and then plus, you know, you put up a good battle. Like I said, your defensive game, like in terms of keep away, is very good. You have a good sense of, you know, throwing out people's four with people coming in. That's great. Now you'll have to start developing an offensive game, learning how to pressure the opponent with jabs, down 4-2s, low pokes. You know, really be conscious of when you hit someone with something like a jab, unless they're stupid, you know, they just like to mash buttons back at you. Go for mid check, you know, like hit with jab, go for like a down 4-2. See what their type of reaction is. They're the ones that keep blocking. All right, so next time you hit with a jab, do low, right? It's gonna really annoy them because now they have the to think about the mid and the low. So then it's like, okay, now it's becoming a mix-up game. So next time you do a 1, you know, are they gonna stand up or gonna duck? Well, just do another down, do another mid. You know, stay compact. The other thing is, like I said, using some of the faster lows like down back forward to chip them out. Very, very good move to use. Just use it as an annoyance tactic. Make them start ducking low, and then finally you can start doing some more mids. When you're out in the open, you know, throw out some orbitals, make them scared of the orbital, make them start, you know, standing high more, and then that's when you can start doing some more lows. The other thing is using the course to go back to check. A lot of people like to, you know, throw out, you know, soccer kick for launch. I like to do the course to go back to hit with them, and just to see, and just to make them afraid. You know, even though you may not hit confirm it, it still is a warning for them to be, okay, I almost got you with that, so be careful. Yeah. I would say some more, like I said, work on your pressure game. Use some more untelegraphed lows. Down back 3 is pretty good because the high crush, I know you've seen you use that a bit. You use a lot of down 3, down 4 from time to time, so you got that down pretty well. Also work on crouching in front of their face, and then seeing how they react. You know, sometimes people freeze up, you know, or they start ducking right after you duck. In which case, if they do that, you'll potentially go for a while standing 1 punish. You know, just because they're ducking a frame second after you do. I throw out a lot of while standing 3s just to see what kind of reaction you have, because, you know, some people want to try to practice punishing while standing 3, and then I throw out the while standing 3-4 for counter, and then go for the follow up afterwards. You change the misery throw. You see how I was using that setup? Down 3+4, cancel into the chain of misery. That's a very good one to use. So use that. It's very nice little way to, you know, get in crouch and use a chain of misery. I mean, you can use it, buffer it really quickly, and do it. Very, very good stuff.
I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can.
Yeah. Let's go. One thing I want to do right before we end things, I'll show you some more chain of misery setups that you can try to use.
Awesome.
It's some of them are pretty old school that you normally don't see in the new Tekken, because I've learned them in the past, and I'll share that with you as well. Peter probably will learn it as well, since I didn't show him that before. Yeah, and then just be careful using down 4-2-3. I know I didn't punish it personally, but that is a -13 punish. And if I use Jack, I'll punish it every time with shoulder. So with Brian, he can obviously punch it back with down 4-2-1, but it's just one of those things that you kind of want to keep in your back pocket, right? Keep that string in your back pocket, because if you keep throwing down 4-2s, the opponent is likely to want to retaliate back with a jab of their own, or some attack of their own, because they know that down 4-2 is safe on block, but you're at minus. So if you keep on throwing it and throwing it, they might want to try to counter back with something. In which case, you have to make a read and throw out the down 4-2-3, and that'll allow them to get counter hit by the last hit.
Yeah, because
So
I know
just
pressing after a certain distance.
right. Because I mean, depending on the player, sometimes they just want to wait for you to throw out the string so they can punish, but the string never comes. So then they're like, okay, so now I can start pressing in between your down 4-2s. So but then you try to throw out the down 4-2-3 and you catch them off guard, and that's when they get confused again.
That makes sense. Thank you.
Yep. Sure. So I think what else is there? Back one pressure. I mean, I think your back one pressure is pretty good. You try to mix it up with jabs, and then the homing. I mean, use 1+2 where you can. Pretty decent homing. Like I said, I think it's like 17 frames or something. So it's not that bad to use, and plus it's safe. And because the mock kick, it's high, and sometimes you get clipped out of it from doing someone else doing something else.
Yeah.
And then the snake edge is obviously snake edge. It's homing, but dangerously will kill you. You gotta go YOLO with that. But the 1+2, pretty good way to check people. Trying to step, jab down 4-2. If you hit with down 4-2, it's always good to check with the 1+2 as well, in case they're the type of people that want to try to step your next down 4-2, because down 4-2 you can step right. Even after the first one hits, if you try to do another one, they will be able to step that second one. So using the 1+2 to check is pretty good.
Thank you.
Bloodica, too much running the mouth, not enough action. Well, you kind of missed the action there.
Yeah, man. Should be here earlier.
Yeah, played 15 games. And I'm trying to explain something, so.
Nah, don't mess with this. Yeah.
Okay, so here's a couple of nice little setups here. We'll go into lobby here, and then I'll show you some Chain of Misery setups. Some of them you probably know. Some other ones maybe a nice surprise.
Okay, so I know about down
Welcome to the King
back.
of Iron Fist Tournament 7.
As you were mentioning.
Brian
Yeah,
Fury.
down 3+4-2 and cancel it into Chain of Misery. I'll just choose the Arctic Snowfall place here.
Alright, sounds good.
Get ready for the next battle.
This Bloodica guy, I know this guy's a troll too. Very famous in the Tekken world for hate messages. So
Wait, he's famous? Alright.
he's famous for hate messages. Seen his stuff, seen his content.
Shoot, okay.
This guy's a known bitch. Yeah.
Dang, I guess I can say I found somebody famous. I don't know if that's a good thing.
Come on. Round 1.
All right. So here's a.
Fight.
I mean, obviously you know the down 3+4-2, right? That thing. That's one. The other one's down jab into it, right? That way you crouch. That's a simple one. That's very easy. Next one is jab, right? Jab into. Oops, sorry. Excuse me. Let me back up there. Jab into Chain of Misery. See it? Right there, right? You can buffer in really quick. Hit him with the jab. You're already plus 8. Plus 8 with jab, and then you can do it. They can't interrupt you. They can duck it, but they can't interrupt you with an attack. The other one, a really nice special one here is the jumping, right? Jumping into Chain of Misery. Why? Because jumping puts you in full crouch mode, right? When you land, see how you while standing one, right? You're kind of in crouch mode after you land, so you do it. Nobody's gonna, some people will do, what's that, I mean, you just deliberately jump in front of them, and a lot of people don't know how to react when you just jump in front of them. It's a pretty nice nice tactic. They think you might have made an input error, You know, because some people who jump, you know, they make a mistake, but really, you're being intentional with it. You know, that's all.
So I don't extra.
Round 2.
Yeah.
Fight.
Speaking of tech, you tech it.
I wasn't paying
What's your
attention.
reactions? I think this is another one too. If you do, yeah, that one. I mean, that was back. This one's forward. Okay. Yeah. Any type of crouch dash into Chain of Misery is pretty good. You know, crouch dash and Chain of Misery like that. There you go. You know, but I like jumping one because that's something that I learned from like the old school Tekken days. You know, you can do jumping one, like jumping and then jumping neutral one, like that, and then if it hits, great, you get more frames. It's just another Tekken, an old Tekken thing, but may or may not be viable. Just always with a shot, you know, always have these different type of setups. Obviously, you know, anything from full crouch will work, but you know, always mix it up.
Yeah, I wasn't using very much.
Yeah.
Probably starting.
Awesome.
I like
And oh yeah, don't forget about the unblockable. When you need to close out a round and you're pressuring them, you know, sometimes jabbing's not enough. Well, you have enough like life lead. Just do that, right? Look how much damage it does. You need like just enough to do that. I know the bad thing is that it is punishable on hit,
Round 3.
but it's just one of those things that yeah, it's always a round closer. That's all. All right, and then let's see, what else is there? Yeah, just like, you know, check with the Corsical back too. Sometimes, you know, you can sway back, check them. You know, it's safe on block. See what the kind of reaction is. See, it's fine. Like when you do that, I'm like, okay, crap. You know, he always caught me with that, so I'm trying to back away. And that's, you know, gives you some time to breathe. You know, just to make sure that you're still pressuring them, even though that you're nowhere near them. And you know, you can do that. You know, you can cancel. You can do the Corsical back into sidestep a bit. You know, kind of get a little movement going on. And then also, if you want to work on more of your movement without having to do cream backdash, you can still do the back bash sidestep move like this, right? It still helps you create space without having to do or commit to the cream backdash. You know, you can mix it up between sidestep right or sidestep left, but it's just one of those things that you can do to again create space while moving, while stepping. You know, try to know where you are in the stage and then sidestep accordingly, so that way you can reposition yourself. You know, you don't want to be near the wall, then sidestep away from the wall while backdashing. You know, try to yeah. Good. Yeah. So just, you know, practice your movement. You know, a little bit here and there, 5 minutes a day. Not too much to ask for, and then your movement will improve dramatically. Also, you know, back dash, forward dash, back dash, forward dash. Everything very, very good to incorporate as well.
Round 4.
And then also one thing to do is you know, when you're playing aggressive, you know, you want to go on full on poking, but sometimes you just want to like use your movement as an attack. You know, you move around them, right? If you're like the defensive type, right, I'm gonna sometimes dash in front of your face, right, and then try to like make you do something, make you react, right? What are you gonna do, right? But then I know that at some point you're gonna be wanting to attack, so then you press a button, and that you just kind of lose your turn. Now it's my turn to press a button, because when you press a button like a jab or something, I could be sidestepping it or doing the mid, then you'd be minus, and this is one of those things that once you do something, then it's my turn to do something, right? Because then you're like, okay, crap, I just lost my turn by doing this, or I lost my turn by doing like a safe mid, but then like really minus, and then that's when you go in and try to turn up the pressure with the mix-ups.
I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Applying pressure is
Yeah.
play
Yeah.
defensive all the time, that's fine.
Yeah, it'll change your perspective on Brian, because you want to be able to, what you want to do first with Brian always, I mean, if you know the player you're playing is aggressive, then being defensive is fine. But then you want to be able to initiate your attack, and especially when you're behind in life, you want to be able to know how to pressure them. You know, like stuff like jab into hatchet, right? Or like jab into down forward 2, or just, you know, duck in their face and then just do down forward 2, sidestep down forward 2, left or right, doesn't matter. You know, to like sidestep into Corsical back two, stuff like that, just to get them pressured. Jabs are very key because everybody knows it's +1 on block. So you really start using more of the jabs, but don't get too predictable with jabs, otherwise people will definitely take a chance to duck and then wall stand and punish it. But that's why you use jab, right? Check, gauge their reaction. Try to figure out what they're gonna do next, right? Just jab, move around a bit, jab, going back in again. Just dash in, sometimes do nothing. Really figure out what they're gonna do. Because sometimes they panic, they press buttons afterwards. And then in which case, you try to do something, then you can catch them with something that could counter their next move.
I see.
And then, like I mentioned, just always be aware of your hits, because especially with jabs and everything, anything that gives you good plus frames, makes you potentially your next turn still. Especially if those that are keen to wanting to press buttons, you can do something that's faster than what they're doing. Counter hit them. Like for example, jab to Magic 4. Even though this is +1, it makes the Magic 4 a 10 frame. But on hit, that's even better because that way you try to do something, they might do a jab as well, and they'll get counter hit, for sure. Same with the 4-3, 4-3 4, and then 4-3 and down 4, stuff like that, or down back 4. Just really strong quick pokes, and you use backdash afterwards and go in, kind of like the hit and run approach. You go in, do a few things, lows, back away, right? Do low, back away. Just make them annoyed out of the hell, just with various pokes and stuff like that.
Yeah, okay, I see what you mean.
Good. All right, I'll just wind down the time here. Let's see. There we go.
Time up.
All right, do you have any questions for me, Actias?
You were very thorough, actually.
Very thorough. Good. I know we went over time a little bit, but I really wanted you to kind of get more in-depth knowledge with the character, because you're doing good stuff with the character already. I just wanted to build on that, add to it, and hopefully, between you reading the notes, reviewing, and then also practicing it, it'll be kind of like the glue to help solidify some new things. And then watch the stream, watch our games afterwards. See what I do differently, what you do that's good, what things you can improve upon. Some things I may have mentioned, or some things that I may not have mentioned. It's always good to review your matches with those people. With me, and then see what you can incorporate into your game and try it out against other people.
All right, thanks again.
Sure, you're welcome. And then and then one last thing. What do you think about our first session? This is the one thing that I always ask my my students, more or less, what they felt about their first session.
I gotta say I enjoyed it. Very thorough. Opened my eyes to a lot of stuff that I was doing. You were able to
Good.
Is that mistakes on? Hopefully I can next time. This was all. So
Nice. Okay. Yeah, it's a lot of people have had given me some positive feedback on these sessions, so it's great. A great feeling to hear as a coach and mentor, and that what makes me want to do more of these for people. So again, good stuff today, Actias, and as always, feel free to reach out to me through Twitter with any questions. I do my best to respond to you in a timely manner. If for some reason I'm busy, I'll get to you later, obviously, but just don't hesitate to ask me anything. Everybody's been very good in wanting to ask questions. I always tell them, hold off on the questions first, work on the stuff that I tell you, and then if you have any questions about it, or you think about something that might be useful, just let me know. I can give you my feedback on a particular scenario, a particular move, or some type of string that you have in mind that you want to try out and see how viable it is or not. So definitely, like I said, don't feel. Yes, yeah. If you got a lot of practice on, you got your work cut out for you.
Yep, that's for sure.
Awesome.
Hopefully against maybe I can show.
Yeah.
This is awesome. This is awesome.
Yeah, as you like I said, as you practice and as you play against other players, you start implementing the stuff more. It becomes muscle memory, second nature type of thing. You have to think less about doing it, and then it's just one of those things that you'll be able to build on even more stuff, right? You'll get to the point where you have really good command of the character, And then your next stuff to learn is obviously character matchups. How do you approach different characters? And that's going to be a different book altogether. But I think you're at the point where you're really in a good position where you're like kind of teetering between a beginner and intermediate. And I know you may be surprised about that, but the way I'm playing you, it's like this guy is no like simple beginner. Like he's really up there now. You're on the fence between, you know, the beginner and intermediate. I think if you work on the stuff that I give you, like the movement, some of the extra, you know, pokes and considerations of your character, the different, you know, being more aggressive, having that particular play style, you're gonna be a shoo-in for, you know, a possible intermediate graduation.
You don't know how awesome.
Yeah. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna be hosting the next tournament, the online tournament in June, like last week of June, and if you do really well in that tournament, if you're able to participate, then we'll see about, you know, advancing you up to intermediate. But from what I'm seeing right now, I mean you're already like way up there. Like I was really surprised, and you knocked off some games off me. It's like, all right, I have to start turning up a bit. You know, this guy is just really. I can't play you the same way like I used to in the past. Like I always test people by playing them the same way and see if they improve. If they don't, then it's like, okay, we'll have to work some more and stuff. But if you start doing stuff and it doesn't work on you anymore, like the old stuff, then that's when I know you improved.
Shoot. Okay, now I'm determined to do well this time. I'll be there.
Good stuff. Yeah, surprise me. All right, good stuff. Awesome. All right, Actias, well, it was good playing with you.
Yeah.
We'll catch you for some games later, and like I said, whatchamacallit, I personally won't be doing any sessions next week because of work, but just keep practicing next week, because then the week after I'll be doing some more sessions again.
Yeah, I'll be. Shoot, this was awesome. I can't say it.
I'm glad you loved it. It's awesome too. Maverick's proud of you. I mean, I know Peter's very proud of you too. Shizuke just came in, just talking about stuff, and yeah. Yeah, awesome. Awesome. All right, Actias, we will catch you later. Good games as usual.
All right, see you later. Good games.
Yeah, see you guys. Yep, bye. All right, stream, that's it. Just hopefully you enjoyed the session. Again, it was a one-on-one session with Actias. Compliments of Peter for kind of paying it forward. I normally don't, I don't advertise these sessions by any means. I normally just do the normal, sessions that you see in Wednesdays and Thursdays. But people who reach out for me for private sessions, we kind of discuss how to make those things work out between myself and the player. We schedule something different, and then depending on whether or not they want to stream it, we stream it so that way they have something to review. Some players don't like to have it streamed, so we just kind of play privately. But those that like to stream, we have it streamed, and that way you can look back and see what they can do to further improve their game. Hey, no problem, Actias. Thank you so much for the opportunity to be your teacher. It was definitely an honor and a privilege. Better not be letting me beat you in the mirror. Oh, that's awesome. Maverick is posing a challenge here. You gotta take the title of the best Brian from Maverick. Hey, Samurai Cats, happy Friday. Although now it's technically Saturday for us, it's still Friday for you since you're on the West Coast. One thing I didn't say is use some more homing. I did say use 1+2, Peter. I did mention that, and he also picked up on that too. Yeah, because I mentioned that, he really has only 3 homing moves. Snake Edge really, it is homing, but at the same time, it's not really recommended to use. So 1+2 is probably the best bet. Safe, faster, or I would say a little bit more reliable up close. This is legit. What is this? What is this Twitter page? What are you sharing me, Samurai Cats? Oh yeah. I saw this. This is Japan's tier list. I see that Jack is kind of in the B tier. They think Brian is like super high. S tier. All right. That's the Jimmy Tran tier list. Gigas in the same tier as Bears. There's hope. Now, just remember, guys, the tier list again doesn't really matter. Anybody can win with anybody. You know, in case you haven't heard, Yojin Boy, Giga's main, actually almost beat Actias. I'm not Actias, excuse me. Arsalan Ash. Man, I'm talking about Actias all this time, and his name is starting to reappear in my mouth. Anyway, Arsalan Ash, right? They had a first to 10 in Japan when Arsalan was asked to come to Japan, was invited to play against the top Japan players. He won 10-8, but it was pretty close. You know, tried to use Geese on him, but it was a very difficult match. Like Geese out of all players, you know. That was before they nerfed Geese again, but still, very, very tough battle. Yojin Boy. He's a Gigas main from Japan. What do you mean that first to 10 was tough? I'm a Geese main now. Now I think Yojin Boy got pretty lucky because of the stage that he played on the most was Forbidden Realm, so it really helped out his character. I mean, it really gave him a means to even out the playing field. But you know, had it been you know, some other stage, probably not the same luck. You know, but we don't know that. We'll never know. But he's pretty good. You know, we can't take away from his skill. But I think the stage really did help him out. Alright, guys, I'm gonna call it a night here. Get some rest. Again, thanks a lot, Actias, for the opportunity to help you out, and again, look forward to helping others out as well in the same way if I can manage it. Check the Twitter DMs. All right, no problem, Maverick. I will. All right, see you, Actias. What's it got? Doto Ring Ni Yojin Boy. Yeah, so Doto Ring is the Korean Gigas. Ni is obviously Ni. Yojin Boy, Japan Gigas. Alright, well, take care, Samurai Cat. Sorry it was just a short-lived stream for you, but we've been on here for a bit, and we will catch you later in the next sessions. I know Brian Azure is going to be doing a session next week. He's trying to determine the best day to do it. He's only going to do one session. I don't know if it's going to be on PC or PS4. If it's going to be on PC, then you know, some players on the PC who have both will be able to take advantage of that. I know for myself, I've been wanting to do more PC sessions, but unfortunately, just time hasn't been very good on my end to do those type of sessions. But if you have a PC and he's doing PC sessions, feel free to try to get in on that. And I think it's pretty much open for both beginners and intermediates. He's kind of does like a hybrid level type of session. But no worries, guys. All right, take care, guys. Again, thank you so much for joining in. Appreciate you keeping us company, sharing us tips and tricks with Brian, especially Peter. You know, Brian Master knows all the stuff about Brian even more so than me, because I just know like just enough just to use the character. But we'll catch you all later, guys. Again, thanks again. Have a wonderful night. Peace out.